So guys, yesterday I've been pointing out the potential warning signals that we are seeing right now in the Bitcoin chart, and that we could be seeing some volatility coming for Bitcoin very soon, and also to the downside with a potential liquidation event. But in today's video I also want to have a talk and have a look about the more bullish signs that we are seeing in Bitcoin, and that is basically regarding the investors or the traders' behavior and the sentiment. So guys, let's jump straight into it. And yeah, what we are seeing right here is the Bitcoin chart, of course. On top and below, what we are seeing is the funding rates, and the funding rates is basically a metric that is showing us whether the majority of the traders are longing Bitcoin or whether the majority of the traders are shorting Bitcoin. When the majority of the traders are shorting Bitcoin, it means the majority of the people are basically bearish on Bitcoin, expecting the price to come down, which basically means that the funding rate turns negative, as you can see right here, and that the shorters, the people who short, have to pay a certain fee, which goes to the people who long, in order to remain a balance within the ratio of long and shorts. So what we can see right here, what this metric is basically telling us, and I made a separate video about this as well, you can find it over on my channel, where I'm explaining basically exactly how you can use this indicator or the funding rates in general for your trading. So if you want to have a more in-depth information about that, you can check that other video. But basically guys, it is like this: whenever the funding rate turns positive, the majority of the traders are longing Bitcoin, which eventually results in downwards pressure. And what we can see also, when Bitcoin's price is going down and the majority is actually bearish, trying to short Bitcoin, that eventually creates buying pressure. And this is one of the more bullish signs right now, guys. So let me show you why this is bullish. If we have a look at historical funding rates of Bitcoin, and right now we are seeing a period of negative funding rates of approximately 3 months. And if we have a look at the past, whenever we have seen such a long period of negative funding rates, right here we could see it as well slightly. It was a little bit more sloppy with sometimes positive, but in general the funding rates were negative. Right here as well, in general the funding rates were negative. We're not even that long of a period as we are seeing right now. Right here we can see it as well. We had a long period of negative funding rates. And yeah guys, what we basically see right here is that every time we have a long period of negative funding rates, the price trend tends to trend upwards from there, instead of seeing a further drop. So what we have seen right here in 2018, end of 2018, 2019, Bitcoin consolidate right here with negative funding rates. But as you can see, we slowly trend up and eventually we broke out and we got this massive rally in the Bitcoin price until the funding rates turned positive again right here. That was the moment that we got selling pressure on the price of Bitcoin again. Then during this period, and you can also get it in a smaller term time frame, so we get here a small block, negative funding rates. You can also see buying pressure on the price of Bitcoin. Makes sense, because when the majority of the people is selling Bitcoin and the minority is buying, then eventually what do we have in the markets? More potential buyers. If everybody is bullish on Bitcoin, everybody already bought, so there are no buyers left. So what do we got left? Sellers. So it is a very contradiction, but it also makes perfect sense. If we go to this example, for example, we have this one in March 2020, we had a record low of negative funding rates when we had this massive capitulation drop. But here you can also see a lot of people were bearish right here, still shorting, maybe expecting a double bottom formation, but didn't happen. Bitcoin just bounced back up, recovered quite quickly from that drop, and eventually had a consolidation period till right here. We got negative funding rates as well, and bam, we started this massive rally, and until the funding rates topped out at a high right here, actually at both highs, we have seen a top in the funding rates. As you can see, eventually we got selling pressure again. So, and recently right here last summer we also got negative funding rates for approximately 3 months, and the price tends to trend upwards. Yeah, it's difficult to say tends to trend, but yeah, that is just one of the bullish signs right now, guys. We have a long period of negative funding rates right now as well, which tells me also that that it's not good to be too bearish on Bitcoin right now. We could see something like this where Bitcoin goes slightly up, maybe then get positive funding rates and then go back again negative, and then maybe see a further drop. That is possible, but the funding rates first need to flip positive again, because the sentiment needs to change. The sentiment right now, as we can see in the Crypto Fear and Greed Index, is extreme fearful. Also, when we have a look at the past weeks, basically, it has been at extreme fear. So we are already quite some time in a negative sentiment, and generally that is not a bearish sign. That is actually quite a more bullish sign. If we have a look at the bear market of 2018, you can also see the funding rates worked actually very, very accurate. We got positive funding rates, as you can see right here, price goes down. We got negative funding rates right here, price goes up. It's quite accurate. Right here, positive funding rates, price goes down. Right here, we got negative funding rates, price goes up. The structure was slightly different because we had more of these bouncers. There was more... we got more of these waves going down, having retracement, coming down, have a retracement. Right now, we are not yet seeing that, and we have more of a extended period of time where we are seeing the funding rates turning negative. So I see this as a bullish sign, and I also think that over the next coming weeks and months, the price most likely going to trend upwards right here. But there is a big but. We are seeing warning signals on different charts, on the S&P 500, also on Bitcoin, like I've been pointing out in yesterday's video. Retail is gone, which basically is also a good sign, showing us that we could be getting closer and closer to a bottom, which I think, but that this is not a certainty, and that is important to mention. This is not a certainty that we've already seen the bottom. No, we still could see something like a capitulation event, and then from there on start the next uptrend. But in general, guys, this is actually quite a bullish sign, and showing us that even though we could be seeing slightly more downside price action, it wouldn't be such a structured move again. So yeah, guys, this is basically telling us that although we still could have a extended amount of consolidation where the price might be going down slightly, or maybe go sideways, have a capitulation event, and then maybe trend upwards. Eventually, as long as the funding rates stay negative, I think the chances is more likely that we eventually going to trend up from here. But yeah, right now we don't know yet how that price action is going to take form, right? Whether we are still seeing one big capitulation and from there starting a V-shaped recovery, or maybe have some sideways movement, get a dip in liquidity, and then slowly starting a new uptrend, or maybe form a double bottom formation. Right now, I think the shorter term time frame of Bitcoin is very unclear, and the shorter term time frame, if we have a look at Bitcoin reclaiming levels, is definitely right now slightly more bearish. Bitcoin has lost a lot of key levels after breaking them. That is important to note. But yeah, also the sentiment is very important right now. But yeah, guys, what we are normally seeing when Bitcoin has negative funding rates for an extended amount of time, right now 3 months approximately, we don't really get a structured downtrend unless we first get positive funding rates. So first the sentiment needs to flip slightly bullish again in order to get another structured move to the downside. Also makes a lot of sense, guys. If you want to have more in-depth information about this subject, check my other video. I will put it in this description, so you can just click on it over there. But yeah, guys, that was the more bullish signs that I'm seeing right here, right now. I also shared this over on my Twitter. If you don't follow me over on Twitter, make sure to do that. I leave my Twitter link down below in the description as well. And yeah, of course, and a reminder for all the traders, if you are interested in trading, I'm recommending free exchanges. where I have my affiliate links to down below this video. And if you sign up on one of these platforms using my specific affiliate link, you can get additional bonus. And the biggest bonus right now is going on over on the Bybit platform, where you can get a bonus of $4,100 if you meet the deposit requirements. Then guys, let me know in the comment section what you think about this. Do you think that Bitcoin right now is actually looking more bullish than bearish? Or do you also think that we could still be seeing some liquidation event occurring? Let me know what you think down below in the comment section, guys. And yeah, if you like this video, make sure to leave a thumbs up. If you are new, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I want to wish every single one of you an awesome day today. And I hope to see every single one of you in the next video.